Hi guys and gals. I've been thinking about doing this video for a while, and I've promised it to a couple of different people, and I apologize that I'm not on as often as I used to be. It's just that COVID time thing. I hate to say it, but I sit down in front of the TV and I binge watch shows on Netflix and I stay there. It's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for you. What are you going to do? All right. I'm trying. Just like all of you. I'm trying. I'm human. I'm trying. Okay. So today I want to talk about smoothies. And there's been this big fad for smoothies for a very long time, several years. And you see these young, thin people doing these smoothies, and they're loading up 10 bananas in a Vitamix and calling it a smoothie. And I want to caution you against that. And that's why I'm making this video today. Is you want it to be a healthy smoothie. Sorry, that kind of got stuck. You want to remember that what you put in a smoothie should be the amount of food you want to eat at a sitting. So you're not going to sit down, sorry, you are not going to sit down and eat 10 bananas. Don't tell me you will. Ever in your life would you ever do that? You just wouldn't. So why are you going to put that amount of calories into a smoothie and drink it down? You're not going to want that sugar. You're not going to want that potassium, that magnesium. You're just not going to do it. You're going to be way too full. But a smoothie can trick your body into your drinking those calories, and you don't want to use smoothies for weight loss. You don't, because you're tricking your body into consuming a lot more calories than what you want to consume. They're good occasionally for a breakfast. My daughter loves them. And our fruit, when it's about to go bad, and our greens, they end up in the freezer for smoothies. And so that's when, we pull that stuff out and make a smoothie. It's not just we're going to eat a smoothie every day. We're not going to do that. So let me show you how to make a healthy smoothie that you could have for breakfast every day if you wanted to, okay? So you're going to gather your fruits and then your greens. And I am going to use just fresh spinach because really hard, if you follow me, really hard to get my family to eat spinach, ever. So I disguise it. I chop it up and put it into a sauce or in rice or in a chili or a soup or whatever, and it looks like oregano. I cut it so small. But they're getting those nutrients that I want them to get. So, great place to put those greens is in your smoothie. Bananas. The bananas go in the freezer when they're about to go bad, and so they're frozen in a bag. Peel your bananas and then put them in. Give them a little rinse before you use them because they will collect a little bit of frost on them. And I'm just going to put one banana in. The most I would ever use of bananas in a smoothie would be 2, and that's if the whole family's consuming the smoothie. Berries they're a staple for smoothies. They really are. You want to get as much blueberries as you can into your body in any way, shape, or form. Any way you can do it. So again, things start to look a little overripe. I just pop them into the freezer just like they are. They've been washed, of course, because we've been using them, and that was what was left. Greens and all, because in a Vitamix or a heavy blender, whichever one you use, it's going to just chop up those green tops, and you don't have to remove those. Okay? And as I said, blueberries any way you can get them. I'm going to add some healthy blueberries. Oh, one just went in the floor. My new dog will get that. For those of you who who do follow me regularly. You know, about 2 years ago, my poor Rottweiler that was just my heart, he passed, and I just replaced him just now with a rescue dog. I got a pit bull at a rescue that had not been treated very well, but she's a sweetheart. She's a love. So she's a lot quieter than he was. So you want some sort of omega-3 because you want this to be healthy, okay? So you can do that in lots of different ways. And you could use a nut butter, peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, whatever you have on hand. Don't go buy something special. Whatever you've got, you can use that. That's going to give you protein, omega-3. Forget about those protein powders. Don't even buy those things. You've got your protein right here, and you've got your protein right here. You don't need extra protein, okay? So you can use a nut butter. My daughter loves she loves peanut butter and cacao mixed together. Now cacao is not cocoa, it's the original organic form of the cocoa bean. And it will give you vitamin C, magnesium, fiber, all kinds of antioxidants, and that's her favorite winning combination is the cacao and the peanut butter. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of that cacao in here. And when I say a little bit, I mean like a tablespoon or two, not too much, because remember, this isn't sweetened, so it will be very bitter if you don't have enough fruit to balance that out. And the bananas really does, it balances it. So you can do, we're back on the omega-3, sorry, got sidetracked. You can do your nut butter, or you can do your seeds, your ground flaxseed or hemp. And so I'm going to use flaxseed today. So loaded with protein, omega-3s, all good stuff, all good stuff. Okay, then I'm going to put my greens. So I put everything and then I just fill the rest of it. So you can see it's halfway. I fill the rest of it with my greens. So that's why I put the greens last. It's because I know I want to fill my remaining surface area there with my greens. And then I just pour my milk, and if you're using a really good milk, you've got a lot of protein and vitamins in here, so your vitamin D is coming in here. So again, we're concentrating on not just the flavors that we're blending together, but the nutrients. And then let me just give you a little hint here. You saw all of my fruits were frozen. When this bag is about to wilt, I'll throw this in the freezer too, just like it is. Pull it out and put little bits in the smoothies. So depending on how much milk you put in there, plant milk of course, is how thick this is going to be. So this can be used as a smoothie. You can drink it with a lot of milk thinned down, or you can put less because you've got frozen fruit in there and make that a nice cream. We call it nice cream, and eat it with a spoon, and it's like a dessert. So and for a nice cream, I might add a little bit of pure maple syrup to it as well. So just add that as an aside. You can use this either way, and it's just going to depend on how much milk you have. And I apologize in advance for the noise. I'm not going to try and mute this at all. I'm just going to put this in here. And then just a little aside, you do want a high-powered blender. You can get away with making smoothies on a NutriBullet for a limited time. They don't last very long, year or two, and then that motor's going to burn up, okay? They're made to be recycled and bought often with the newest and best version. Invest in a Vitamix or a good blender. They come with that lifetime warranty, and anything goes wrong, you send it back and it's fixed and or replaced and sent right back to you. And I always recommend QVC. I don't get any perks from them, whatever, but you can buy without interest on payments. Okay, break that up into payments so that you can afford it, because that's the number one thing that people say, oh, I can't get that, I can't afford it. Well, I can afford $50 a month, but I can't afford, $300, whatever. I think this one was about $275, somewhere around there. And I got the great blue to match my kitchen. So, all right. So notice I use this stopper. Look at all of the purple, and that's a combination of those blueberries with that cacao. And this is going to be the healthiest version of a smoothie you could ever get. And look at how thick that is. I can eat that with a spoon. If I wanted it a little thinner, I could add more milk to it, or water if you don't want to fill your whole blender up with your plant milk. You can do half milk and half water. You'll still get the nutrients of the milk, and then just thin it down a little bit with water. It's up to you. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you remember, don't just throw 10 bananas into a blender and some milk and call it a smoothie. You will overload your system with magnesium and potassium, and you can get too much of that stuff. If you guys have followed me for a while, you might remember my story about when they had to change my blood pressure medication and they gave me a separate diuretic. It absorbed all of the potassium I could consume. I was living off potatoes and bananas at the time, and and taking a pill, and could not get enough potassium in my system. And the doctor just kept saying, eat more, eat more. And it was that diuretic that was doing it. So, you can get too much, you can get too little of a good thing. Let's keep it just balanced out, right? Okay. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy.